So my name is Jason Backus, and for my capstone presentation, I decided to create a Prezi because I liked its ability to allow the viewer freedom of pace, and I liked its smooth transition through its use of space. I recorded audio over each section, so it kind of plays itself out. However, to satisfy the requirements of the program, I have to create a video. So what I'm simply going to do is screencast my Prezi I have, and let y'all watch it that way. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Jason Backus, and I'm finishing up my final semester of the Instructional Technology Education Specialist Program at Kennesaw State University. I have the pleasure of collaborating with fellow specialist candidate and co-worker Laura McAdams during the process of our capstone project. The title of our project is The Impact Using Technology and the Math Classroom Has on Test Anxiety. Laura McAdams and I decided to work together since we both taught the same group of students with the same co-taught teacher. We felt this was a great opportunity to collaborate together to produce what we hope would be accurate and well thought out results for our school. Together, we discussed several ideas for our study before we decided on the subject of test anxiety. We have both dealt with test anxiety from our students, and we were curious if implementing technology in the classroom would have an effect on test anxiety. Our goal was to use advanced technology over the course of a unit to see if we could find any measurable reduction in test anxiety. We began our study by reviewing literature on the subject. We located many articles that found a positive correlation between implementing technology in the classroom and student achievement. We also found many articles that discussed potential causes of test anxiety and the negative effect that test anxiety has on student achievement. However, we were not able to find any articles that connected the two ideas. Our study will begin by giving students an anxiety scale factor survey prior to the upcoming unit. These surveys were administered using a Google survey, and the results were emailed directly to me. Laura McAdams and I then met to work to calculate the pre-lesson scores. Here, you can see the percentages based on their responses. We then progress through the unit, making a point to incorporate technology as much as we can into the lessons. Some of the technology we use include active expressions, which are handheld response devices, active slates, videos, podcasts, and blogs. The students finish the unit by taking the CDA, or the Common District Assessment. We then gave each student the same survey, and once again, Laura McAdams and I met to calculate the post-lesson scores. Here, you can see the percentages based on their responses. Finally, Laura McAdams and I met to analyze the results. First, we had to scale the answers. The responses were on a scale from 1 to 5, with 5 sometimes meaning the least test anxiety, and other times meaning the most test anxiety. Once the scores were scaled, we were able to give each student a pre-lesson score and a post-lesson score. We then calculated the mean scores for each student and conducted a paired t-test to see if there is any significant difference between the pre- and post-test means. You can see the results here. Our results showed that the mean scale score for the pre-lesson survey was 35.45, while the mean scale score for the post-lesson survey was 29.55. According to the paired t-test, this signifies a significant change in the scores, thus showing that integrating technology into the classroom helps to decrease a student's test anxiety. However, while this research may seem like a success story and that we found the key to helping students with test anxiety, We also found many flaws in our data collection that may have caused the data to be skewed. First, we believe that our sample size was much too small. Since we only allowed one class to use the advanced technology, we only had a group of about 20 students take the survey. We also asked ourselves if the makeup of the class that we surveyed could have anything to do with the way they felt about test anxiety. We think the results would be more accurate if we increase the sample size. Second, we felt that giving the anxiety test for a second time after we've already tested the students may have affected the way they answered the questions. Since the test was already given, they had a feeling already about how they performed. This feeling may have caused them to have a biased rating on the scale. Third, our students may have answered in such a way as to make us look like more effective teachers. Their opinion about us as teachers may have changed the way they responded to the scales. Finally, the unit may have been an easier unit than others we have taught, causing their anxiety to naturally be lower anyways. We believe that we should have done the ratings over several units to see if the results were different. We believe that further research on this topic could help alleviate several of the concerns we have mentioned. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope that you found it informative.